welcome to another edition of Almost Martha. And today we are going to be using that pulled pork that we made from that slow cooker pork shoulder that we did just a few days ago. And this is that pulled pork. It's going to be so good and it's going to be so easy. This is a recipe from Southern Living. We know they know what they're talking about, right? We're going to be making a few things with this pulled pork. So tonight, it's going to be a quick ragu. It's a great weeknight meal. It's going to be rainy and weird out there, so it's nice to have a nice meal to tuck into tonight. So stay tuned, and we're going to do that quick pork ragu. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is I've just taken the pork shoulder out of the refrigerator. I'm going to chop it up because we don't want these big, gigantic hunks of pork because we're going to put this in a pasta. So I've chopped it up. I've got about 3 cups of pulled pork, and that's what we're going to use. Now I'm using some, lovely roasted garlic, but I would say, if you want to use fresh garlic, you can do that naturally. Just put it in with a little olive oil and get that garlic, about 3 cloves of garlic, I think. And you can do that really quickly in your pan. But now I'm just going to add, because this is already sort of cooked, right? This roasted garlic. So I don't have to render that garlic down. I'm just going to put it right in the pan. I'm also going to spray this pan just a little bit. And now I got garlic oil all over me. We're just going to add a few things to the pan. One is a 1/2 cup of white wine. Again, if you have to cook your garlic or saute your garlic, do that first. Then add your white wine. And I saved the drippings from the slow cooker, from where we slow cooked that pork. And I'm now just going to skim off that fat. And I want about 1/2 cup of this jus in here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put that right in the pan. That's going to give it a really, really nice flavor. And then you can reserve that and use it for something else. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put my pork in here. And we're going to put this on the stove. We're going to simmer this for a few minutes. And then after a few minutes, we're going to add a jar of marinara sauce. I may not add the whole jar. It just kind of depends on what happens in the pan, but that's the thought process. Now, I have cooked some rigatoni. I cook it, then I drain it, I put it in a bowl, and I put it in the refrigerator because that's going to change that whole carb molecule thing of that pasta, and it's going to make it a little more carb resistant. So we're always trying to be careful about that stuff now. So just cook your pasta early, or your rice, whatever it is, put it in the refrigerator, let it chill down. And then right before we're ready to eat it, I'm going to put it in hot water, bring it up to temperature, and then go from there. All that has to happen is it has to chill down once. And then the structure of that pasta changes. It's more carb resistant. It's better for you. You absorb less carbs. So that's our little trick for the day. So now I'm going to put this on the stove and we'll just start kind of heating this up. There's not a lot of cooking to be done, right? The pork's already done. So here we go. So this needs to cook and reduce down a little bit. So we're just going to give it a couple of minutes to do that. Get it up to temperature. That pork was cold, so we'll just give it a minute. Okay, so it looks like we have absorbed a lot of this, which is fantastic. And now we can begin to add that marinara sauce. I am going to add a little bit more of this porky goodness. Okay, so that's probably about a 1/4 cup more. I think that's really going to help intensify that flavor a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to open this. I'm just using Rao's. Everyone says it's the best. So we go. As I said, I may not add the whole jar, so let's just see how that goes. Or I very well may. Not that much in there. There we go. That's a 24-ounce jar of the marinara sauce. Now we're just gonna let this baby cook. We're gonna add some basil leaves in just a little bit. Right now I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna turn the heat down. It's a little bit of a lower heat. Just let this all kind of meld together a little bit. Okay. I also have my water on simmer. It's not super hot, but it's ready. It'll be ready for the noodles really quickly when we're ready for the noodles. Okay, I just put my noodles in hot water. They don't really have to cook, but I want them to get nice and hot. This has been simmering, a little about 5 minutes. So I think that addition of the pork juice made it a little more liquidy. That's okay because I tasted it. It's really good. Okay, we're kind of nearing the finish line with this. So I'm just gonna tear some basil. Went outside and I grabbed about 6 leaves of basil. We'll see how much I need in the end. I'll just do a little ripping and tearing, little smaller pieces. These are some gigantic basil leaves. So the sun has been very good to it in the last few days. So go. My noodles are getting hot over there. A little bit of basil. All right, let's see where we are. It's very fragrant. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of this. I do like a lot of basil. Do this. Okay. And if you like a little heat, and we do like a little heat, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little crushed red pepper. Not much. It's probably about a quarter teaspoon in there. So just a tiny bit. Okay, all right. Now it's thickening up quite nicely, so that's good. Made some salad dressing, that's ready to go. Have some bread to go in the oven. Now I'm gonna have some nice hot noodles to put this on. So, gosh, I think we're about there. Okay, here we go. Here we go for our little taste test. And I just I grated a little Parmesan, put on top. I think I'm going to shave some Parmesan and put on there as well. So hold on a second. Mmm. 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 That's really good. Mmm. 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 Oh yeah, it is delicious. It is delicious. So super good, super easy. Next time I make this, I'm gonna add less marinara and add a can of diced tomatoes in there. I think that will make this even better because I love all the tomatoey stuff, but this is super pork filled, really good. So this is a quick pork ragu. It's made from that slow cooker pork recipes on the website. I hope you make it. This is like a week's worth of food. I actually took a container and I froze the rest of the pork shoulder, and we'll pull it out in a couple of weeks because I don't want to be eating pork every night of the week this week. So we're going to space it out a little bit. But there'll be another great dish coming from this one slow cooker recipe. So really super, super easy. Hope you try it. So go to almost-martha.com for the recipe and enjoy lots of other recipes there. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I wish you were here to join us. Good Southern living recipe. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on Almost Martha. You got to try this. It's really good.